about to head into the final press conference here at the MGM Grand. We'll hear from Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora and the entire card before their massive fights on Saturday night.
What kind of moment are you looking to have on Saturday night on PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video?
This is the moment that Tszyu Inferno becomes world champion. My sister did it six months ago. Now it's my turn.
Did that really sort of invigorate you even that much more and everything else? I mean, we've heard it from fighters that you learn a lot when you have a stumble. How much has that impacted you as you prepare for the biggest moment of your career?
You know, it happens in boxing. You know, I made a mistake. I paid for it. I feel like everything's still lined up the way it should be. They gave me this opportunity to fight Tszyu. This is going to crown the best fighter at 154.
All right, now let's go to the champion. We'll come back to you, Sebastian. Tim, you're going to be facing literally a very tall task. For those that don't know, we talked about it yesterday, but this is the largest height disparity in a non-heavyweight fight. So, Tim, you know, he's literally very tall, and you know he's awkward, and he has a significant reach advantage. How have you been able to prepare for that on such short notice?
Well, look, it's quite hard to prepare, especially when you got 12 days. But a true champion just rises to the occasion, adapts to everything that's put in front of them. So, you know, I came here as like a throwback fighter, and I keep trying to put it, and I keep trying to be like that. You know, I'm living the person that I speak. I'm not a bullshitter. I'm here to do exactly what I say. And this is why I take the fight, and this is why, like, yes, height, of course, there's many advantages, but look, we all bleed the same blood, so there's no difference between us. And if you're watching history, Mike Tyson did a lot of damage in the heavyweight division back in the days, so I guess I'm taking inspiration from Iron Mike in this one.
Tim, for you, I remember when you fought Terrell Gausha in Minneapolis a couple of years ago, but this is something that you've always wanted. It was one thing to fight in the United States and headline, but you've always said about main eventing here in Las Vegas. Watching you during fight week, you look to be so relaxed, comfortable, you're dealing with the media obligations, you're taking it all in stride. Is it because you always knew that if you put the work in, that you would be here at this moment?
Of course, you know, every as I said previously, every moment has led to this. This is my 12th time doing pay-per-view, so I'm used to this bright lights and all of this stuff. But I had a vision from I guess from a young age. In 2009, I came here to watch Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto, and I remember I had a tweak in my brain saying that this one day, this is where I want to be. And now I'm walking into this press conference and Miguel Cotto's sitting right here, and I'm full fanboying. I couldn't believe it. So, you know, like, it's a crazy moment for me to be in this position, and I'm taking it with both hands.
Do you prefer either guy first up, Spence or Crawford?
Yeah, whoever, man. It really doesn't bother me. Fundora first.
I can't see you wanting to vacate the belt, Jim.
Well,
especially if Crawford's there.
Yeah. Why would I not take Crawford? Yeah, why would I not take Crawford? But why would I not take Spence as well? You know, if I was given the Spence fight, I'll take it. Given the Crawford fight, I'll take it. I was given Fundora 12 days notice. I'll take it.
What if both fights are on the table for, you know, pretty similar money, Spence and Crawford? Where do you go if that's the decision to make?
Well, that's, man, whatever makes more business sense, whatever pays more. Put the money up, I guess.
Would you fight Spence in Dallas?
100%, 100%, for sure.
Why do you win those fights, Tim? Why do you beat Spence? Why do you beat Floyd?
They haven't stepped in with a 154-pounder yet, you know. But look, everyone's talking about Spence and Crawford. I'm here to knock out Fundora first.
What do you see, you know, when you look into his eyes and everything? Is he very confident, Fundora? What are you reading into him right now?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is beautiful, because that's why they call me the Soul Taker. So once I get in the ring, the eyes disappear.
You guys came face to face up there for the first time. You guys were exchanging a few words. What was said up there?
He told me that because I ate a burger yesterday. He was mentioning the burger. Again, I don't know what that has to do with anything. You know, what I eat doesn't make him go to the bathroom or make him lose weight. So maybe it bothers him a little bit. I don't know. I don't really care for it.
He said it's unprofessional. Do you look into that at all?
I don't look into it because, again, what's that got to do with him? You know, I'm going to make weight. I never missed weight before. This is easy for me.
You're not a flashy guy, but you do have the some jewelry on the wrist. Talk us through that.
This is when I won the interim title with Erickson Lubin. I went to Mexico City to pick up my belt, and Mauricio gave this to me himself as a gift, and I wear it every time I go to the fights.
And what would it mean to get the full one on Saturday night?
It means another bracelet. No, it's my step into becoming a world champion. You know, my sister became world champion 6 months ago. Now she's the IBF flyweight champion in the women's division, and this is how I become world champion. You know, I get the WBO and the WBC at the same time, and it's just a dream come true.
How does your fight end?
I'm not one with predictions. I don't get predictions, but I do want to say that I'm going to come out with my hand raised and as a world champion.
Weigh in today here at the MGM Grand ahead of tomorrow's big fights. Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, Michael Zerafa, all about to hit the scales. Let's go check it out.
Zerafa weighs in at 158 3/4 pounds. Erislandi, the American Dream, Lara. 159 3/4 pounds, 159 3/4 for the defending world champion. Here is the exciting WBA #2 ranked super lightweight in the world. Please welcome Isak Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz weighs in at 138 3/4 pounds, 138 3/4. The world, Rolando Romero. Rolly Romero weighs in at 139.5 pounds, 139.5 pounds. The world, the co-main event of the evening, Rolly Romero versus Isak Pitbull Cruz.
After tomorrow night, what is going to be the message you send to the rest of the 140-pound division?
You guys gonna see. I mean, tomorrow he's getting knocked the out, and that's that. I mean, I've said this shit a million times, so I don't really gotta say anything else. The fight's tomorrow. Y'all tune in. It's an explosive fight.
Once again, please welcome the former WBO 154-pound interim world champion, the towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. 152 3/4 pounds, 152 3/4 for the challenger, the towering Inferno. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the world champion, undefeated at 24-0 with 17 knockouts. He is seeking to unify the belts, making the second defense of his current title. Please welcome the reigning and defending WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, the Soul Taker, Tszyu. Tszyu weighs in the same as his opponent, 152 3/4 pounds, 152 3/4. Well, fans, don't miss this guaranteed all-action main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the unified WBO and WBC 154-pound championship of the world. Brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions, TGB Promotions, No Limit Boxing, and Samson Boxing. It's the PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video main event of the evening. Once again, let's hear from the fighters. Here is Miguel Flores.
Sebastian, this was a little bit of a whirlwind over the past few weeks. You were not expecting to be in this position to face Tszyu for the belts, but now it is here. What's going through your head right now?
You know, I'm happy. We're at the end of the week. Tomorrow's fight night. I'm just ready to go.
Tszyu is undefeated. What is it going to take from you to deliver him his first defeat tomorrow night at T-Mobile Arena?
I just got to do what the Towering Inferno always does his best, and give the fans an exciting fight this Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian the Towering Inferno Fundora. And now let's talk to his opponent, the champ, Tszyu. Tim, you have worked your entire career for this moment, headlining T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, very first time. You have an entire country behind you looking forward to it. What do you want to say to everyone back home looking forward to tomorrow night?
You know what? It's not just the country, but it's every boxing fan. I appreciate every single one of you. This is throwback era. None of these pussies that should be in this era anymore. This is throwback. And me and Fundora are going to put on a Classico.
You are a true throwback fighter. When they gave you Fundora after Thurman suffered an injury, you said, bring him on. Anyone, I'll take him on. Tomorrow night, how does it play out?
As I said previously, David defeated Goliath. History repeats. See you all there.
Just want to get your thoughts on a couple fights. Firstly, Rolly Pitbull, how does that go?
I think the Rolly Pitbull fight, I got Pitbull. I think he's just more serious about his craft. He seems focused, and Rolly's been telling him, being funny and stuff. So I don't think Pitbull is going to take too kindly to that.
Tszyu Fundora?
Man, that's a big fight. I think Tszyu's got more momentum on his side. The only thing is with Fundora being so tall, being a southpaw and getting switched up at the last second, really just be on how Tim is able to adjust to that and how focused he is going into that. But he seems to have a good team around him, a good head on his shoulders, and so I got Tszyu.
And just they're talking about what could be next for Tszyu, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, these guys. How do you see him faring against those potential fights?
Those are big fights. Those are big fights. Right now I think the job would just be for him to stay focused on Fundora, and we'll see how he performs and does there. And then, he can move on to bigger and better.
Both guys in the main event came in over a pound underweight. You read anything into that?
Nah, that's just how it goes, man. When you worked hard, your body is where it's at, and both guys are comfortable and ready to go.
You've seen them up there now. We've had over a week of build-up. They've faced off a couple of times. How do you see this one going down?
It really is. I think at the end of the day, it really seems to be a 50-50 fight. However, I'm kind of putting my expectations are that Tszyu does what he's been doing. He continues to ride this wave, and the momentum is all on his side. Great challenge ahead of him, tough challenge ahead of him, but I think he's going to prevail.
They've been talking about Spence and Crawford next, and these guys, how do you see him going? Is he ready for that step up?
Nah, that's the fight you don't take if you're Tszyu, man. You get this fight with Sebastian Fundora. You put all your focus on him. You don't look past him because he's a hard hitter and still is very awkward in a lot of ways. Not a very tricky puzzle, but nonetheless, every fight's a puzzle, So, but that Terence Crawford fight, man, that's a 10,000-piece puzzle, man, right there, man. That one is the hardest one to figure out. That's one that I would stay away from.
Thanks, mate.